Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today I'm going to be sharing my Mary Kay experience, what I liked about Mary Kay, how I gained clientele, if I'm still continuing with Mary Kay, and my overall thoughts. So if you guys are interested, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. All right, you guys, so I started my Mary Kay journey about 4 to 5 years ago. So I do want to just put that up front, that there's probably a lot of things that have changed with Mary Kay, with their pricing, with their products, and with their policies. From when I was in Mary Kay, again, it was like 4 to 5 years ago, or may have actually been longer. Let me see. My son's 4. Yeah, it could have been like 5 or 6 years ago, you guys. So I'm just going to let you guys know, I'm not going to go over the pricing because, again, it could have changed. I'm just going to go over off my experience. So the first thing that I'm going to touch on is why I joined. I joined because of my aunts. I have 2 aunts that were very, very successful in Mary Kay. They made great money. They were able to have flexible schedules. One of my aunts even received the Mary Kay car. And I was just like, wow, you know, seeing people that I actually knew become successful with Mary Kay, I was like, you know what, this is something I want to do. And one of my aunts reached out to me, and she pretty much told me, you know, hey, this is how Mary Kay works. Told me that she think I would be a great fit for Mary Kay, and kind of told me some of her success stories in depth, and sent me some products. And I was like, you know what, let's go ahead, let's sign me up. So I signed up. I believe the initial investment was $100, and then I think you also have to buy your inventory. So I'm not sure how much that costs. I think it varies based on what you want to purchase, but again, you guys, it was about 5 or 6 years ago. So I would head over to the Mary Kay website and check it out if you are interested in signing up. But that's the reason I joined. You know, I joined because of my aunts and seeing their success, because it wasn't like just some commercial or just a radio ad. I actually knew these people. I knew Mary Kay wasn't a scam. I knew you could become successful in it. That's what drew me to the business. So initially when I signed up for Mary Kay, I did receive this bag. I still have my bag, you guys, and this bag is pretty good. I've had it, like I said, for probably 5, 6 years. I've packed different things in it. I've traveled with it, and it works. I mean, it's still here, it's still sturdy. So I received like a DVD, and the DVD was very motivating. I received this book, which was a very inspiring story about Mary Kay's journey, and that's, you know, like I said, it's very inspiring. I received like order sheets. I received this planner. Yeah, this planner. This is the planner, and these are the order sheets. I'm sorry. I also received, you know, like different samples and, you know, skincare things, and, you know, just a lot of stuff. All right, so that's what I received. How I gained clients in my first facial party. So you guys, the way that I gained clients is I learned I stepped outside of my comfort zone. This is another reason why I loved Mary Kay, because it did push me to step outside of my comfort zone. I was someone that, you know, was okay just being by myself, being to myself, talking to the people that I knew, but I really I wasn't too outgoing as far as just meeting different people and telling them about what I was selling. And, you know, that's something that you have to do with any sales. If you are wanting to be as successful as possible, you have to learn how to, even if you're shy, put yourself out there and promote your company. And so I had to think of some ways to incorporate Mary Kay. So I started incorporating Mary Kay in conversations at the grocery store, conversations at my children's daycare, conversations wherever. I would try to incorporate Mary Kay somehow. And, you know, I learned a lot of good skills as far as communication and stepping outside of my comfort zone and networking. I learned some really good qualities by pushing myself through Mary Kay. Another way that I would promote and gain clients would be through Craigslist. So I would promote different parties on Craigslist. And I would also wear this Mary Kay pin that my aunt sent, so that when I went out any place, I would, you know, dress up pretty nicely, and women would see the pin, and a lot of women would ask, you know, hey, are you selling? How can I place an order? And things like that. Now, one of the reasons that I didn't like selling Mary Kay is because I didn't like people coming to my house. I'm a very private person, and I always have been. And so I just didn't feel comfortable with having a lot of people know where I stayed. Call it paranoia, whatever you want to call it. That's just me. So a lot of people that I knew personally were having their parties at their house, or they would rent out a clubhouse, you know, or they would have their party at another friend or family's house. And I really didn't want to do that. I guess I could find someone else to host their party, but I just didn't feel comfortable with that either, because I'm like, I really don't know this person either. And so I just felt a little bit uncomfortable about that. It wasn't anything wrong with Mary Kay's process or, you know, their program or anything like that. It was strictly just me. I didn't enjoy that. And so I kind of got over that, and I decided to have my first party. Well, kind of sort of got over it. I invited one person to my house, and the one person that I invited was my neighbor. So I don't know if you guys even consider this a party, but I advertised it as a party. And so when the woman came in, when my neighbor came in, I had everything set up, and I really enjoyed the communication part of the party, and I enjoyed laughing, watching TV, eating food and things like that. But when it came to actually like doing the facial, I did not enjoy that. I didn't enjoy putting on makeup on myself or on her. I just didn't enjoy that. Now, you guys, I'm someone that does not really love makeup or skincare products, to be honest. I typically wear just mascara, eyeliner, and lip gloss. And back then, I probably just wore lip gloss. I don't really like experimenting with putting different products on my skin. So I just drink lots and lots of water. I haven't been drinking water recently, but typically that's what I do. I drink lots and lots of water, and I stick with one skincare routine. I'm not someone that likes trying a lot of different things out. So I really didn't like the makeup portion of Mary Kay, which is how you become successful with Mary Kay. And so that should have been a red flag for me right there, that, hey, Brittany, you really don't enjoy this. Why are you doing it? But like I said, I saw my aunts become really, really successful. And I said, hey, if I do this, maybe in a year's time, I'll be riding around in that Mary Kay pink Cadillac, and maybe I'll have, lots of money, and I'll just do it so that I can be successful. I feel like you can still give an honest review without bashing a certain person or a company. And so I'm not going to bash Mary Kay because I don't have anything negative to say about it. I knew going into Mary Kay that there's going to be investments, whether you guys sell hair like I do now through my company, or whether you sell Mary Kay, or whether you sell another product through someone else or another company. There's 99% of the time going to be an investment. Even if you open your own business, there's investment. So I completely understood that you have to pay to get your business started. I also understood that, the events that you were invited to, or that you would go to help build your networking and to build your brand even further, would cost money. That's pretty much in any business. Any networking events, most times they cost money. And so, you're fed there, and they have to pay for decorations, and they have to pay for different speakers and things like that. So I knew that, those events will cost money too. So that stuff really didn't bother me. I watched a few reviews, and I heard people talk about that. And I would just say that, with any business, there are going to be investments. Typically, there's investments. I did advertise, like I mentioned, locally in the stores, at daycare, things like that, Craigslist. And I also advertised on Instagram. Now, the advertising worked okay. Like I said, I drew some people to me, but I really was nervous to do that because I didn't like people coming to my house, and I didn't like meeting up with people. So the sell exchanges were more on the uncomfortable side to me personally. When you sign up for Mary Kay, you do get a website through Mary Kay to sell your products. And so I enjoyed that portion, but the majority of people are going to want to come to parties and purchase, in my experience, and purchase versus purchasing just off your website. Now they'll do that once you start building a relationship with them, and once you, grow a rapport, but just offhand, just because I say I sell Mary Kay, a lot of people are going to think, or just, say, I already know someone that sells Mary Kay. I know them better, or I've been working with them for a longer period of time, so I'll order through them. Or I want to get to know you so that you can be my sales consultant. But, I want to come to a party. I want to interact with you. I want to know who you are, which is completely understandable. So that's something that I didn't enjoy doing. So eventually, I just had to have a conversation with myself. I don't like quitting, and I don't like, seeing inventory just sitting and nothing being done with it. But at the same time, I don't like wasting my time. And if it's something that you're not passionate with doing, or if it's something that you really don't enjoy doing, to me, it's a waste of time. And the way that I excel is when I find something that I love doing and I stick with it. In all of my videos, when I talk to you guys about signing up for drop shipping through my company, badcheckhair.com, and all the videos that I talk about finding out what you like to do, and all the videos that I talk about being true to yourself, this is a huge lesson for me, because I didn't stick to that. It was like 5-6 years ago when I joined Mary Kay, and my mindset was completely different than it is today. And so I didn't think of, am I passionate about doing Mary Kay? Is this something that I really, really am going to enjoy doing? I just looked at it from a perspective of becoming rich, pretty much, and, you know, the incentives of it, which is great. You can always look at the incentives, but you also have to realize that there's work that goes into it to get those incentives, and that typically nothing comes overnight. There are going to be days that you may not get a sale. There are going to be days that you may have spent more in inventory than you actually received with your sales. There may be days that you really don't want to do it. And so there has to be something behind you motivating you, at least for me, besides just the money and just the incentives. It has to be something at the end of the day that you enjoy doing. And the missing piece for me was that both of my aunts enjoyed makeup. They enjoyed doing facials. They enjoyed the parties. They enjoyed that part. I didn't. So they were successful because they found something that they enjoyed. And when you enjoy something and you're doing it versus when you're just doing something for the money, your whole attitude is different. Your customers can pick up on it. Your clients can pick up on it. You know, it's like when you go into work. If you go into a job that you love going into, you may be upbeat, you may be excited, happy, and then you go into a job that you hate and you're just there just for a paycheck, your whole demeanor changes. I don't know if you've ever, gone through a drive-through and you hear someone say, with an attitude, is that all? Are you done? Are you done ordering, sir? Are you done ordering, ma'am? Okay. All right. Pull around. And you're like, they must be having a really bad day or they must hate their job. It's kind of like that, even if you don't intentionally try to be rude, sometimes it can come out in your voice. Sometimes the stress and just the fact of you doing something that you don't want to do can show in your demeanor, maybe the way that you sit, maybe the way that you're conducting yourself at different facials or parties and things like that. So I just want it to be fair. In business, it's all about being fair, doing what works for you and helping as many people as you can. And so it's not fair to me or to any of my clients for me to do something and not really, really enjoy it. So just to sum it up, you guys, if you are wondering, should I start Mary Kay? You have to do your own research and figure out if this is something that you like doing. If you enjoy hosting parties, if you enjoy meeting new people, bringing them to your home or going to another house and hosting parties. I'm sure now they may even be doing like online parties. So that probably would be even better for me. But if you enjoy doing that, applying makeup to yourself, to others, trying out different facial skin products and different routines, this is something that you may really enjoy doing. But like I said, I'm not a makeup person, so I shouldn't have signed up for it. So I'm just going to give you guys a piece of advice. In anything in life, if you want to do it, if you want to start your own business, if you want to start doing different things to become financially stable or just to bring in extra money, don't just do anything for the money, because I guarantee you 99% of the time that burn, that drive, that excitement is going to just burn out. And if there's nothing there pushing you except the hope that you're going to become rich, it's going to be like, man, this is a waste of time. This was that. It doesn't make a company a scam because you don't succeed in it. I just want to put that out there. I've watched a lot of Mary Kay reviews and a lot of people are like, this is a scam. They took all of my money. You actually have to physically place orders and you have to put your payment information in. So, I can't speak for everyone's experience, but I can just say, I take full responsibility if I try something and if it doesn't work, I'm not going to just say, hey, that company is trash because it didn't work for me. Not true. It may not work for me, but it may work well for you. So this is not a video to bash nor really promote Mary Kay. It's just telling my experience and to say that ultimately, you guys, like I say in all of my videos, this is another example of doing something that you enjoy doing and that you have a passion for, because if you don't, you may not stick with it. And then you'll be in a position where you're like, wow, I put all this money into something that wasn't worth it because it's something that I didn't like. It's something that, I should have thought about before I did it. Don't ever just look at someone else's success as your only reason for signing up for something. And it has to be more there than just someone else's success story and the money. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Make sure that you are subscribed and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.